Morning, everybody. This is Cliff Graves from Traupinwell Boxing. Now, I just want to speak to you guys about Traupinwell Boxing and where we're going with everything. So it's a Sunday morning. Excuse me. I've got my dressing gown on. I need a shave, but I come on, warts and all, to show you who we are, Traupinwell Boxing, basically. And this part of the business, I like to present myself as a human being, because it's only just been over this weekend, in fact yesterday, that this is why I know Traupinwell Boxing is the most empathetic sports apparel business in existence. I'd ordered something online, okay, and I was attempting to pay for it with my card. I'll show you. I was attempting to pay for it with my card. It was actually some health supplementation. Now, those of you that have been following us will know that we've just moved in here, and we're renting this place. It's a beautiful place in a beautiful part of England, beautiful part of Devon. And so a lot has been going on, and that I showed you is actually a joint account with my wife, and I overlooked it. We overlooked it, changing the address. So of course, when I put in the delivery address in the payment cart, what's happened? It's rejected it because it's still got our old address, hasn't it? All credit to TSB. They did alert me via text, and I telephoned them up, and we was able to resolve the situation, what it was. You might think, why are you telling me this? Why are you telling me this? What do I need to know that for? I want you to understand that at Traupinwell Boxing, we are human beings. Look at me, I need a shave. Got my dressing gown on. I could have had a shave. I could have, shaved my head cleaner. That needs to clean myself right up and presented myself with a shirt and tie on. But that is a false persona. That is false. Oh, I've got personal pride and personal hygiene. Before I go to church, I will shave my head, shower, shirt and tie on. But I need you to understand that we experience the same difficulties, the same trials that you do. They said, contact your supplier, contact the person that you've attempted to buy these products from, because what it did was, I think, get to this T and I principle. I will, but we're covering everything. These are chats, lovely chats, and heartfelt sync chats with each other. That's the type of relationship I want to build with you lot. It said rejected, declined, try again. I thought, well, I know what cash is in that account. I know that the money's there. I thought maybe I'm putting the wrong card in, so I tried again. Of course, what it was doing, I had 3 goes at it. And what I wanted to order was just one of. And then when it came out, it had ordered the 3 of. So try as I could, try as much as I wanted to, find a telephone number of this online company. I couldn't. No information on them at all. None. So what we've had to do is completely trash the orders on the debit card, which my bank have done. They have cancelled all the orders because there was about 4 that went through. There's no openness. There's no honesty anymore. And these companies will take advantage of that and make it fucking difficult for you to try and contact them. If you go onto our e-commerce site, you will see on every single page our telephone number. We even asked our broadband suppliers, we do want to have a landline telephone number. It's essential that we have a landline telephone number. My wife is an NHS worker. She does a lot of on-call work. We're out in the country. If the mobile phone reception is not good, how do they contact her? We need a landline number. To which they responded, they've been phased out. So as much as we would love to supply you with a landline number, we can't. We're prevented from doing that. So we have given you our mobile phone number. If you go on to Companies House, you want to find out where our registered office is. You type in Traupinwell Boxing Ltd, short for limited, and it will give you our address, which is our registered. Our home address is our trading address. Currently, we will outlive this address. We will outgrow it, rather. So what I'm saying to you is there's openness and there's honesty. Complete openness and honesty. And we want to dial it back and become the sports apparel company renowned for our openness and honesty. But we do some dogs, what's his names products, and you will see that when you go onto our e-commerce site. So you might think, but you've taken nearly 10 minutes and you still haven't given us this I principle and T principle. Oh yes, I have. Oh yes, I have. The I principle is one-dimensional learner. You stack everything up linearly. A T learner is somebody that goes up linearly and then out laterally. So putting this into perspective, what does this mean? This means we cover everything. We want to help you in every possible way. Are we a cult? No. A cult is where you have a leader. I am the owner of Traupinwell Boxing, most definitely, yes. But I'm not the leader. We operate an upside down management philosophy. So if people are coming back to me, so you need to do this, you need to do that. Can you bring in this? Can you bring in that? And the trend was to do that, then we would do that. Because we think not only linearly, but laterally. So how can this apply to sport of boxing, or in the case of self-defense, which if you've been following these videos, you'll know that we've talked about quite a bit. The sport of boxing, you've got to adopt. You've got to be a T learner as opposed to an I learner. You've got to look, therefore, at different styles. You've got to look at the peekaboo style. You've got to look at how Joe Louis used to fight. You've got to analyze how Rocky Marciano fought. You've got to look at Muhammad Ali, the way Muhammad Ali fought, and develop your own style. Not a cookie cutter style of Rocky Marciano or Joe Louis or Mike Tyson, because everything will fall apart. You look and you see the jab of Larry Holmes. Maybe that's going to become part of your arsenal. The roll in of the peekaboo style in the almost squared off stance. Why do you have that squared off stance? What is it about that squared off stance that makes the peekaboo style so unique? Look at the Rocky Marciano style, where you're bent over, and it's big punches rather than combinations. You have to be a jack of all trades and a master of none. Otherwise, your system would just fall apart. You've got to look at the Philly shell style. You've got to look at it all. That said, you've got to give each style enough time to absorb into the system. So you learn, is it that way or that way? Doesn't matter. That way. I prefer this way, me. But up high on the cheekbones, chin down, squared off on the peekaboo style, slipping from the waist. When you come to the Cuban style of boxing, it's more like this, isn't it? More anything slipping, moving, pivoting on the back foot. You've got to have that way of thinking. So when we move on to things like self-defense, there, in my opinion, is different aspects of self-defense. We know about avoidance. We've talked about that. I don't want that to be boring. We talked about the law. We know about like that. We're talking about hard styles now. We know about all about that. Just to make it completely obvious, we know about avoidance, blah, blah, blah. But training our hard styles, in my opinion, it revolves around boxing, armed unarmed combat, self-defense, and dirty fighting. Now I'm talking about the Fairburn, World War II fighting stuff, the real nasty stuff. If you're going to need to stop the threat, thumb in the eye, you've got to do it. If you've got a headbutt, you've got to do it. If you've got to poke them right in there, you've got to do it. To stop that threat, you've got to do it. You've also got to have the punching ability to fend off an attacker. Why is the peekaboo style quite favourable? Because you can turn to that stance from a square stance, can't you? You can turn that way, can't you? So you need boxing, don't you? Fairburn fighting skills, dirty fighting skills. No airs and graces, just about finishing and stopping the threat with as much reasonable force as possible. Boxing. And then unarmed combat, which in my estimation is the colour, K-A-L-A-H, colour fighting system, which gets hold of that arm, that floating arm with a blade. And you see, a lot of these self-defense, so-called self-defense systems, are a crock of rubbish. They'll either get you banged up inside or get you killed or seriously injured. That's what will happen to you. So you need something that is streetwise, something that is level-headed, something that is knowledgeable, but most importantly, something that is real. So don't be an eye learner. Don't be an eye learner. Be a T learner. And you'll go far in life. All right. Thanks for listening. Have a great Sunday. Bye for now. Bye.